All right, so get this, listeners. You sent us a ton of stuff on that possible alien signal from planet BLC-1,
Yeah.
but it wasn't just the sciencey stuff this time.
Oh.
You want to know how it's shaking up religion.
Right.
We're talking articles, opinions, even some excerpts from, like, theological texts.
Really interesting stuff.
So this deep dive, it's going to be about how this discovery might make us rethink some of humanity's biggest questions.
Absolutely.
Like, what does it even mean to be created in God's image if there's another image out there?
Well, that's exactly what's so fascinating. This signal, it throws a wrench into the core beliefs of, well, Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Christianity, Islam,
Yeah.
they're all built around the idea of God as the sole creator,
Right.
with humanity as unique and central to creation.
Okay.
This signal, it throws a curveball into all of that.
It's like finding out your favorite book has a whole secret sequel, but it might completely change how the original story ends.
Exactly.
So how do we even, start unpacking this?
Well, the sources we got, a paper by Rabbi Dr. Sarah Levi, it points out that the concept of a covenant between God and the Jewish people,
Yeah.
the idea of being a chosen people, it becomes a lot more complicated if there are other intelligent beings out there.
Yeah.
Are they part of the covenant too?
I mean,
What does chosenness even mean in a universe with multiple intelligent species?
whoa, those are huge questions. And what about Christianity?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this has got to be causing some serious theological debates, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Father Thomas Aquinas, a theologian, he's quoted in one of the articles,
Okay.
argues that the discovery of alien life really intensifies the debate over the nature of Jesus.
Okay.
Was he divine?
Yeah.
Was he perhaps an extraterrestrial being himself?
What?
Or somehow both?
Yeah.
It's a question with profound implications for Christian theology.
I can only imagine the discussions happening in seminaries right now. Okay, so Judaism and Christianity are having a moment. What about Islam? Does this signal fit into their beliefs at all?
That's interesting. Some Islamic scholars are pointing to the Quran's mention of jinn,
Okay.
beings with free will who are often unseen.
Okay.
While interpretations vary, some believe that these jinn could potentially include extraterrestrial life.
Interesting.
This signal, then, could be seen as, reinforcing the idea of God's boundless creation and the diversity of life within it.
So we're seeing a range of reactions within these religions.
Definitely.
Some are grappling with the challenge to their core beliefs,
Hmm.
while others are finding ways to incorporate this new possibility into their existing framework.
Yeah.
It's really fascinating to see how flexible religious thought can be. But here's the thing that really gets my sci-fi brain going.
What's that?
What about the aliens themselves?
Oh.
Do they have religion?
Right.
Moralities?
Totally.
Could their beliefs totally change how we think about faith?
That's the question everyone's asking. Dr. Emily Chen, she's an astrobiologist. She writes about the possibility of alien archaeology,
Alien archaeology?
Yeah. She suggests we might need to start reinterpreting ancient symbols and artifacts on Earth,
Like reinterpreting them.
Yeah, through an extraterrestrial lens.
So wait, are we saying things like ancient cave paintings or pyramids could have been inspired by aliens?
It's a possibility. And it raises the question, what forms alien religion or spirituality, might take.
I mean, could we even comprehend it?
Right.
What would their concept of a deity be like? How would they express their beliefs? I'm getting chills just thinking about it. It's like every sci-fi movie suddenly got real. It's not just religious folks who are grappling with this. This discovery is shaking things up for atheists and secular thinkers too.
Definitely.
Does alien life point to random chance, or is there a grand design we just can't grasp yet?
You're right. It has implications for everyone. One article written from a secular humanist perspective argues that the discovery of alien life actually strengthens the argument that religion is a human construct, a way of making sense of the universe that's specific to our species. They suggest that if aliens have religion, it'll likely be completely different from any human religion, further proving that our beliefs are a product of our own culture and evolution.
So it's like this discovery could be used to support completely opposite arguments about the nature of religion.
Exactly. It all depends on how you interpret the evidence.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this so intriguing. It's forcing us to re-examine our assumptions about the universe and our place in it.
And that's not all. There's another group that's really buzzing about this signal, those interested in New Age spirituality.
Right.
They've been talking about interdimensional beings and cosmic consciousness for years. So does this discovery validate their beliefs?
Well, it depends who you ask. One article profiles a New Age spiritual leader who believes this is confirmation of what they've known all along, that we are not alone, and that there are other intelligent beings out there who are connected to us on a spiritual level.
Interesting.
However, another author, also writing from a New Age perspective, cautions against jumping to conclusions. They suggest that this discovery, while exciting,
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily confirm any specific New Age beliefs,
Okay.
but rather opens up even more possibilities for us to explore.
So it's like this discovery is both validating and challenging for people across the spectrum of belief and non-belief.
Yeah, I think so.
It's like it's holding up a mirror to all of our different worldviews
Exactly.
and asking us to consider what we really think.
That's a great way to put it, and I think that's what makes it so exciting. It's not just about aliens.
No.
It's about us.
Yeah.
It's about what it means to be human in a universe that is far vaster and more mysterious than we ever imagined.
Okay, so we've talked about how this signal is causing major ripples in the world of religion, spirituality, and even secular thought.
Absolutely.
But here's a question that keeps popping up in the source material.
What's that?
Could this discovery, as monumental as it is, actually bring humanity closer together?
That's a really interesting proposition,
Mhm.
and one that I think deserves its own deep dive.
Yeah. It seems like the sheer awe of encountering another intelligent civilization could force us to put aside our differences and focus on what unites us.
It's like suddenly our earthly squabbles seem so small in the face of this like vast unknown universe.
Right.
Maybe sharing this experience could help us remember that we're all in this together, humans first, earthlings first, but we are just getting started.
You know, all this talk about potential alien religions, it's got me thinking about their technology, too.
Oh, yeah.
What if this signal from BLC-1, it's more than just like, oh, hello?
Oh,
What
yeah.
if it's a sign of technology like so advanced?
Yeah.
It's practically magic to us. Okay, now you're speaking my language. I am all about the what ifs. Are we talking lightsabers?
Maybe not lightsabers,
Warp drives.
but some of the sources we've got, they get pretty close.
Okay.
There's this excerpt from a physicist, Dr. Javier Ramirez.
Okay.
He suggests that if they could send a signal across, such vast distances,
Yeah.
they've probably mastered forms of energy and matter manipulation
Like
that we haven't even dreamed of.
bending space and time.
Yeah.
Teleportation.
Exactly.
Oh.
Dr. Ramirez, he even goes so far as to suggest that what we perceive as miracles in our own religious texts,
Yeah.
they might actually be instances of advanced alien technology
What?
that our ancestors just couldn't understand.
Hold on. Are we saying that, the parting of the Red Sea could have been some kind of crazy alien tech demo? That's a plot twist I did not see coming.
It's definitely a mind-bending concept, and Dr. Ramirez isn't alone in exploring it either.
Okay.
There's a fascinating article that compares descriptions of celestial chariots in Hindu scriptures
Okay.
to the Vamanas described in ancient Indian texts.
Right.
And it raises the question,
Yeah.
could these have been early human observations of alien spacecraft?
Whoa. So instead of divine intervention, we're talking about aliens with gadgets so advanced.
Yeah.
They seem supernatural. I'm starting to think our history books might need a serious rewrite.
It's definitely a possibility worth considering.
Yeah.
And makes you wonder, if their technology ain't that advanced, what does that say about, their spirituality?
Right.
Would a species that's capable of, bending the laws of physics
Yeah.
even need religion as we understand it?
That's a great point. I mean, we tend to think of science and religion as being, at odds with each other.
Right.
But maybe for them, they've reached a point where the two are completely, intertwined.
The source material actually offers a couple of really intriguing perspectives on that.
Okay.
One article by philosopher Dr. Anya Sharma, she proposes that a civilization that has mastered technology to such a degree
Yeah.
might have transcended the need for traditional belief systems altogether.
Oh, wow.
Maybe they've reached a level of understanding where faith is simply obsolete.
But wouldn't that be kind of, I don't know, bleak? I mean, part of what makes us human is our search for meaning,
Right.
our need to believe in something greater than ourselves.
Yeah.
Would a purely rational, scientific existence even be fulfilling?
That's a question that philosophers have been, wrestling with for centuries,
Yeah,
and it's certainly relevant here.
yeah.
But there's another viewpoint presented in the source material,
Okay.
one that suggests that advanced technology doesn't necessarily, negate the need for spirituality. In
Right.
fact, it could even enhance it.
Oh, okay.
There's an excerpt from a theologian, Dr. James O'Connell.
Mm-hmm.
He imagines a civilization that uses technology to deepen their spiritual understanding and connection to the universe.
Okay, now that's a concept I can get behind. Technology as a tool for like spiritual evolution. That's next level thinking.
It's a mind-blowing idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Imagine a civilization that can, literally experience the interconnectedness of all things through their technology.
Yeah.
A civilization that has a direct, tangible experience of the divine.
So we've got this potential signal, potentially from a super advanced alien civilization,
Right.
that could change how we view history, religion, and the nature of belief itself. I feel like we're just scratching the surface here.
We are, and that's what's so exciting about it.
Yeah.
This discovery isn't just about what's out there. It's about what's in here.
Yeah.
It's about how GBE as humans respond to this, monumental shift in our understanding of the universe.
You're right. It's like this discovery is holding up a giant cosmic mirror,
Yeah.
reflecting back at us all our hopes, our fears, our beliefs, and everything in between.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that brings us to another crucial theme explored in the source material. One that hits a little closer to home.
Yeah.
The potential impact of this discovery on society as a whole.
Okay.
If everything we thought we knew about our place in the universe is wrong, what happens to the systems we've built on that foundation?
Okay. Now you're making me nervous. Are we talking about like full-on societal collapse?
Yeah.
I was just starting to warm up to the idea of alien neighbors.
Not necessarily collapse, but definitely, disruption.
Okay.
Think about it. Governments, religious institutions, even scientific organizations,
Yeah.
they're all built on certain assumptions about the world.
Right.
What happens when those assumptions are, suddenly and fundamentally challenged?
I see your point. If our understanding of where we fit in the, cosmic scheme of things is upended, then everything we've built on that idea could be called into question.
Exactly.
But, the source material talks about the potential for positive change too, right?
Quite.
Or more unified humanity, a deeper understanding of ourselves.
Absolutely. And that's where I think this conversation gets, really interesting.
Yeah.
Because, yes, there's potential for chaos and upheaval,
Right.
but there's also this, incredible potential for growth and transformation.
Right.
It all depends on how we choose to respond.
So how do we navigate this? We're talking about a potential paradigm shift on a scale never seen before.
Right.
How do we even begin to prepare for something like that?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
And I wish I had, a simple answer.
Yeah.
What the source material emphasizes, though,
Yeah.
it's a call to action,
Okay.
a call to be open-minded, to embrace the unknown,
Yeah.
to be willing to question, everything we thought we knew.
Okay. No easy answers.
Right.
But a challenge to evolve and step up, I can definitely get behind that.
I think we have to.
Yeah. It sounds like we need to be prepared to, let go of our preconceived notions and be open to the possibility that the universe is far more complex and awe-inspiring than we ever imagined.
Well said.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
this discovery is about expanding our understanding of ourselves
Right.
and the universe we inhabit.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe the answers we seek aren't out there in the vastness of space, but right here within ourselves.
Deep stuff. And speaking of deep, there's one more layer to this whole alien signal thing that we need to explore. And it takes us into some truly uncharted territory.
This brings us to one of the most thought-provoking themes running through all this material.
Okay.
The potential impact on how we think about ethics and morality.
Oh, right.
If we actually encounter an alien civilization,
Yeah.
how do we even begin to navigate, the complexities of communication and respect?
Right.
And even, the possibility of conflict.
Yeah, it's like that classic sci-fi dilemma
Yeah.
about the prime directive. Do we reach out? Do we just observe from a distance? How do we make sure we don't repeat, the mistakes of our own history when encountering a new culture?
The source material really emphasizes that any interaction, any interaction at all with an alien civilization,
Yeah.
it would need to be guided by, a strong ethical framework.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a piece by Dr. Maria Rodriguez. She specializes in intercultural ethics,
Okay.
and she raises some really important questions about, like, resource allocation,
Right.
cultural exchange, and even the potential for conflict.
Yeah.
What happens if their values and beliefs, they just clash with our own?
Okay, so first, contact etiquette 101. No lasers,
Right.
no stealing their stuff,
Exactly.
and definitely no unsolicited probes.
Got it.
Got it. But seriously, how do we even begin to develop like a framework for interacting with a species whose values and beliefs could be, radically different from our own?
That's where things get really interesting. The source material, it suggests that this whole discovery could force us to re-examine our own ethical systems, to try and identify, universal principles that transcend cultural boundaries.
Oh, okay.
What are the fundamental values,
Ah,
that we believe should apply to all intelligent beings,
right.
regardless of where they come from or, what they look like?
So it's like a cosmic ethics lesson. I'm all for self-improvement, but this is taking it to a whole other level.
Think about it. If we can find common ground with a species that evolved on a completely different planet,
Yeah.
under completely different circumstances,
Right.
it would suggest that there are, fundamental moral truths
Yeah.
that apply to all intelligent life.
Okay, now we're talking about a paradigm shift in like philosophy and ethics.
Exactly.
But let's flip the script for a second.
Okay.
What if the aliens are the ones reaching out to us?
Right.
What if they're the ones with the advanced technology and the established ethical framework?
That's a fascinating scenario, and it's one that, several science fiction authors have explored. It raises some important questions, too, though.
Yeah, like what?
Are we ready for contact?
Oh, good question.
Can we even begin to, like, comprehend their intentions?
Right, right.
And what about the potential power dynamics at play?
So we're talking about a potential like cosmic culture clash. I just hope they come in peace.
Hopefully.
Because if they've got tech that can send signals across galaxies, I don't like our odds in a space battle.
I think that's a valid concern.
Yeah.
But the source material, it also highlights the possibility that a more advanced civilization might see us as, worthy of guidance or protection,
Okay.
even if we don't fully understand, like, their motivations.
So like cosmic mentors.
Maybe.
Or maybe even like cosmic parents. I'm getting serious. 2001, A Space Odyssey vibes here.
It's all speculation, of course.
Yeah.
But it is a reminder that our encounter with an alien civilization,
Yeah.
it could take many forms.
Right.
It might be peaceful, it might be challenging,
Yeah.
or it might be something we can't even imagine yet.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
From the theological implications of alien life
Right.
to the ethical challenges of like first contact
Yeah.
and the potential for a cosmic culture clash. It's been quite a ride. So what's the one big takeaway you want to leave our listeners with?
I think the most important thing to remember is this. This discovery, if it is confirmed,
Yeah.
it's not just a scientific event.
Right.
It's a human event.
Yeah.
It's a story about, who we are,
Mm-hmm.
where we come from,
Yeah.
and what our place is in the grand scheme of things.
Beautifully said. So to our listeners out there, keep exploring, keep questioning, and never lose that sense of wonder. The universe, it's full of mysteries. That this is just the beginning of like an incredible journey. But thanks for joining us on this deep dive. It's been an absolute blast.